So, very sad news. Everybody knows by now the Astros did not make it.
That was so disappointing, but we still enjoy the game. We still enjoy the series. It was exciting. Such a roller coaster of emotions. Every single game was something different.
I totally agree.
And I think everybody enjoyed it.
Hey, let me tell you what.
We love the Astros.
We love the Astros, win or lose. What a great season they had. And to lose to anybody, at least the Nationals, who went basically from the wild card all the way were just an amazing team.
Nobody expected that one.
Nobody expected it.
I don't think they even expected themselves to do so well.
I agree.
But congratulations to the Nationals and all their fans.
Yes. Number one for our Friday
Five.
All right.
Number one.
So the burden of proof. And everybody thinks about burden of proof. Usually because they hear it on the criminal courts. They might hear it on all these shows that are on TV. And that's beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
Which is not what we have. We don't have beyond a reasonable doubt. We do preponderance of the evidence, okay? Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at preponderance of the evidence and there's a scale, for example, all you have to prove is that it's more likely than not the other people are responsible for the wreck. More responsible than my client. So basically 51% or more fault on the other person. Yes. Now sometimes there could be both people at fault, like if one person was speeding but the other person still did something wrong, like ran a red light.
Yeah.
But and that could reduce their fees, and that is also a factor. But definitely, can we prove the case? Preponderance of the evidence, 51% or more. Mm-hmm. Okay, so think about that.
Yeah, so make sure you know about that information. Make sure you read that part of the article.
Yes, absolutely. All these are in a lot more detail in the article itself. Okay, Number two. I really like podcasts. I listen to them a lot. And I know that with Bethany, I listen to jokes and stories actually on Alexa.
Yes.
But I think she's probably about the age now that she could do a podcast.
Yes, this one is pretty cool. This one is for kid nuts. But why? So if your kids keep asking you that, why? But why? You give them an answer and it's like the never-ending story of, but why? Tune them into that podcast and that'll keep them busy. Okay?
I'm laughing because Bethany, she's always, but why? Mama, especially for her. Yes. So anyway, we do highly recommend that.
Yes. All right, number three.
Okay, so this is a tip that we both can talk about. The article's about fees and how to avoid them and what to watch out for, especially like, for example, baggage fees and things like that at airlines. Like Southwest, I know, still lets you check 2 bags in for free.
Yes, they do.
But other ones, they don't.
They're great, but there's some that don't, like United or some international airlines.
But what we wanted to mention to you is if you go to a rental company, and confirm this for yourself, okay? But if you have full coverage and you're driving in the United States, not going over to Mexico, then your insurance will probably cover any damage to that vehicle, right?
Yes.
But you need to make sure your own policy.
Right, so whenever they...
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, so whenever they ask you, do you want to add, or sometimes they automatically add it onto the bill, so, make sure you look at that bill really, really careful before you sign it. But a lot of the times they're going to either ask you or just put it in there, and they're going to add an additional liability insurance from, like, on their end, and you're going to end up paying about, like, $20 a day minimum.
More.
Yes, per day that you have that vehicle. But in reality, you don't need it if you already have full coverage on your own personal vehicle. The fact that you're driving it should cover it.
That's right. Now, if you're renting a real expensive car, then that might be different. Make sure you look at your limits and make sure it will cover if you had like a total loss.
Yes. So definitely check that out. All right, number 4.
Okay, number 4. This is something that I actually am trying to do better. A lot of times I'm getting on phone calls with adjusters talking about cases. And now we have some new software, which I love, that's really getting me to be more efficient. Mm-hmm. But I have to go through all the notes, look at previous phone calls, look at my notes I've made, look at numbers, and so that when I talk to them, I have everything very streamlined.
Right. Basically, being prepared for a phone call that you're going to be making, that's key. You don't want to call and be, like, sounding lost.
Right.
Or you don't know why you're calling.
I thought what was interesting, one of the articles, in the article they mentioned, hey, don't be distracted by playing games on your computer.
Right.
I'm not sure if anybody does that, but
I don't think
if you
anybody does that
don't
anymore.
do that.
But yeah, keep your phone away. Like if you're going to be on a phone call, just be dedicated to that phone call that minute.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Now I think, look, a lot of our articles that we put into these Friday Fives are from Success Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excellent magazine. It has a lot of good information in there. But I just pulled up a few of these. These are 10 of them. But make the journey fun.
Yes.
I think that's important.
Yeah, I'll scroll up and down.
Get rid of stagnating thoughts. And by that, I mean really negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that if anything's keeping you from success, it's definitely us, ourselves, our mind saying that we can't do it.
That's right. Give yourself permission to do something different. Step out of your own comfort zone. Just go for it. Use your imagination.
That's my number 1, especially with Bethany. I think that's so important to these kids. We're doing so much overloading with them. I don't think they have a chance to really enjoy their imagination.
Yes. Stop being nice to yourself. Tell yourself when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Kick yourself in the butt.
Yeah, or get yourself out of the couch and start working on whatever it is that you want to do. I'm listening to this book, and one of the things that was interesting, it talks about how normally you say, you have a dream, then you take an action, and then you become motivated. He's saying you shouldn't do it in that order. You should actually take an action, then you become motivated, and then you basically just dedicate yourself to making it work.
Well, one of the points on this, on like it's number 2 or 1, it talks about motivation, that is not enough. That's not what you want, because motivation comes and goes. What you really need to build is habit. I have a friend of mine that, man, she's been working out all the time. She's doing really, really well. And I know that a lot of times she doesn't feel like going, but you know what she does? She has discipline. She gets up and does it no matter what. If it's raining, if it's cold outside, it doesn't matter. She's at the gym doing that.
Right.
And I think that's what we have to do for success in any area of our
life.
life.
You have to have, dedication and discipline and take action. And once you start doing those things, everything else will fall into place.
Absolutely.
Make a plan. Don't rely on others. Do it for yourself if you have to. Just get it done.
Yeah, that's right. Find your why.
Yes.
Definitely find your why. All right, everybody. I hope you'll have a great weekend. If you need anything, give us a call. And everybody, take care.
Yes. Bye, guys. Bye.